Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this looks a little different, huh? First video I filmed in probably 2 months. It's been a while and it's been a hectic time in my life. So welcome to the new space. This is my office slash reading room in our new house. So we spent the last 3 months we sold our house, bought a new one, and I went on a vacation, and we've just been sort of settling in over here. So it's been kind of crazy. I never thought I'd be one of those people that did a life update on their channel, but I feel like that's kind of warranted at this point because there has been kind of a pause in videos because it was a stressful time. Something had to give, and it was YouTube and also Instagram and reading. I was just super overwhelmed, if I'm being honest, and the home buying process actually went fairly smoothly. We sold our house in less than a week, so I think it was only, so it's actually only on the market for less than 24 hours when we got our first offer. Those people were weird and their agent was crazy. So we ended up leaving it on the market for a couple more days. So it was actually only on the market for I think 3 days total, 4 days maybe officially. And so we only had to deal with all of that nonsense for 4 days. Basically, while our house was on the market, we were not able to be at home in the daylight hours. So from like 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. essentially, there were showings at our house just nonstop. So they have this text message thing, and I would just get text messages all day. Sometimes they overlapped or 2 people will be there at the same time. It was bananas. And the reason for that is that the size and price range of our house and where it was located in our town, so the school districts and everything, and the fact that it's a one-level house, or was a one-level house, was right in a sweet spot in the market, so it was bananas. But so we found the house that we have now, and it's amazing. It's huge. Everybody keeps telling us just how ridiculous it is, and it is a little ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. But we wanted to go ahead and get a house the size that we would grow into eventually, because the problem with our old house was that there just wasn't enough space for the 2 of us and our hobbies at this point. So we didn't even want to think about having children in that house because it was just, I literally was like, I don't know where we're gonna put a baby. So yeah, so we wanted to go ahead and move before we started really talking about having a family, that kind of thing. So here we are. So this is my reading room slash office. So I work from home 2 days a week, and so I work in this room, and then it's my reading room. So I will do a mini tour of it because a lot of people asked of that in another video, because this is probably gonna be a ridiculously long chatty video. So I don't want to put that in this, but yeah, so it's amazing. I love everything about it. I love it way more than my reading room slash office in our old house, because this one is just those 2 things. So before, that room was so many things, and there was just stuff crammed in it, and now this room just feels so light and airy and amazing. It's actually the only finished room in the whole house, which don't even ask me what the rhyme or reason to that is. I had a vision, so it was easier to do than all the other things that I don't have a vision for. I'm gonna be doing Dewey's 24-hour readathon in about a week and a half, and I'll be vlogging, so you'll get to see a little bit more of our house, which is an absolute mess. Like, every other room is just stuff everywhere, and we haven't even gotten everything out of Justin's storage unit. There's stuff in my aunt's storage unit, and my sister's garage is full of our stuff. So I don't really know how all of this fit in that tiny house we had before. So yeah, stay tuned to that. Who knows when we'll actually get all of our stuff into our house. Hopefully sooner or later, because I'm still living with like a capsule wardrobe. Everything I own is stretchy right now because the rest of it's in storage, and it's starting to get warmer and I want my dresses, and they're all in my sister's garage. So like I said, I didn't do a whole lot of reading. I will do like a catch-up wrap-up. I have to find all of the books and remember which ones I read. Like, I've fallen behind on everything, so I've not been reading a lot. Instead, I've been stress playing The Sims because that's what I do. When things are stressful, I play video games. So I played a lot of The Sims. And then I got a Switch for my birthday, so I've been playing the Switch a little bit more recently. But yeah, it's been madness, and I feel like I need to rein it all in and just sort of get back to some kind of routine. I'm currently reading The Shadow of the Wind with Doris from Alder Books, and it's alright. I think we both feel similarly about it. I had higher hopes after I read the first couple of chapters, and now I'm sort of not sure. So more on that later. I also do owe you guys a first quarter book haul. It's almost the end of first quarter. Not as many books. I actually didn't buy a single book in the month of February. So Bookopoly, I still haven't done the kind of Bookopoly explanation video. A lot of people were interested in kind of how I set up Bookopoly and how it works for me. So I will do that. I don't know why I haven't done that. That didn't even actually involve me being on camera because it's all on my computer now. But yeah, I will do that. As you can see, I still haven't smashed the Pineapple Bank. Planning to do that whenever we actually schedule the book crawl thing in Nashville. Doris and I haven't actually settled on a date. So much to do. And then I have my new Bookopoly bank, which is a pumpkin, and Justin put a little quarter-sized slit in it yesterday, so I'll get that up here too sooner or later, because I actually need to go back. I recorded all my books on my spreadsheet that I read or bought or DNF'd, but I didn't assign monetary values based on Bookopoly to them because I didn't have anything to put it in until yesterday. So yeah, it is honestly been a mess. I did forget to say, so when we sold our house and bought this one, so like I said, our house sold in 4 days, but we'd already put an offer on and had it accepted on this house before our house went on the market. It was just contingent on the sale of our house. So once our house sold and had an accepted offer, then it was really quick. So the woman who bought our house made a cash offer, which, don't ask me how, it boggles my mind that anybody has enough money to pay cash for a house. But she does. So she wanted a really quick closing. So we ended up closing in like 3 weeks. It might have been less than that. And it was February the 22nd. So we closed on both houses. We also moved everything from our house to this house. We hired movers, and thank goodness for them, because we would have never made it without them. We were still moving things as she showed up to do her final walkthrough. And then the movers were closing up the moving van and backing out of our driveway, and we were following them out at like 1:50, and we were supposed to be downtown at 2 o'clock to close on our old house. So needless to say, we were late to that. And then we waited around until the sellers of this house got there. We signed the papers for that, and then we went and ate for the first time all day at like 5 o'clock. And then when we were finishing up eating, we had called my father-in-law to meet us back over the house because he had the only key to the house, because when we had to leave, he had to lock everything up. And the cable company showed up to do the internet while he was waiting on us. So it was just madness on the 22nd. And then 2 days later, I turned around and flew to California with my dad for vacation. So my dad and I went to Disneyland, and that was a blast. I wouldn't recommend going on vacation directly after you buy a house because it's a little chaos. Thankfully, I had my suitcase and everything packed and ready to go before the move, so I didn't have to like locate anything. But it was nuts. California was great. Disneyland was fantastic. My dad had a wonderful time. It was the first time he'd ever been there. It was a little disappointing. The castle is or was under construction, so it was just like a plastic like scrim. It was like a picture of the castle. So the first time he'd ever been to Disneyland, and he didn't get to see the castle, so that was a little unfortunate. But we did have a lot of fun. We got to, the crowds weren't too bad, and we were also there the first day of Food and Wine Festival, so that was super fun. So yeah, we had a blast just riding everything and just doing Disney our way, because nobody in our family likes to do Disney the way my dad and I do, which is basically just hardcore. So yeah, we had a lot of fun, and we stayed at the Grand Californian because my dad has Disney Vacation Club. And the balcony of our room looked out onto California Adventure and the World of Color. So that was really neat. Although I'll say the 5th night, like by the last night we were there, we were over the World of Color because it was every night and it was like bright and loud. But it was really cool. So that was just kind of an additional amazing thing that happened. We just had a lot of fun. You guys know how much I love Disney, so I look forward to going back to either Disneyland or Disney World very soon. But we'll see. That we probably won't go next year. But yeah, I mean, that's really it as far as the life update. Things aren't really settling down. We still got so much to do here, and I actually transitioned to a new manager on Monday. Still within the same, not technically the same team, but we're two teams that are kind of the same team. We work together, but basically transitioning to a new manager and doing a new skill set of kind of what I do. And it's going to be interesting. It's apparently quite a learning curve, so good thoughts my way. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be stressful, but I like a challenge and I like keeping things interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this takes me. And yeah, it's gonna be a time. So I hope that I am able to get my filming schedule back up and running in kind of a little bit more regular fashion, and get back to kind of reading regularly. But it's good to be finally in our house, good to have this room set up to enjoy it. And yeah, let me know if there's any videos that you want to see specifically. Like I said, Dewey's 24-hour readathon, probably TBR and vlog coming up. Tour of this room, and then Bookopoly, whatever I was calling that. Those are to come. Oh, and the first quarter book haul and a catch-up wrap-up. So 6 videos that I know I want to do coming up. If you have anything else you want to see, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to film what you guys want to see. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go make dinner and try to read some of Shadow of the Wind. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!